Hey everybody, this is OK Day here back with another infinite Ballionaire combo. This one is actually a follow-up to a video I just posted in which we found what I thought was the least lucrative way to have an infinite combo in Ballionaire. So we set this thing up with a million watermills uh, just all over the place and had balls bouncing in between them and basically made the least amount of money possible, and that money was just from hitting pegs. As you may or may not know, hitting pegs always gives you at least $1, and that number can go up if you have multipliers. But that is the bare minimum you can do while hitting pegs with the ball. And we managed to get a infinite combo going that made only $16,000 an hour, which is a tiny amount. This is an hour of real time, so 16,000 per hour of real time. And I thought that was probably going to be as good as we could do, but I just experimented a little bit after uploading that video and almost immediately stumbled upon a much better solution. So this one will actually create an infinite combo and will make zero money, which I think is the best you can do, because I don't think that anything in the game allows you to make negative money. So without any further suspense, I guess, let me tell you how this thing works. The main hero here is the bow, which eats the ball or whatever hits it and creates a new arrow, and the target, or the bullseye. So what the bow does is it always shoots at the furthest away bullseye. And so I did a little bit of experimenting with this and found that if you place bullseyes in these 4 locations, then you're pretty much guaranteed to have an infinite combo if you cover the rest of the playfield with bows. Moreover, and this is the important part, arrows either don't give money when they hit a peg, or they just don't hit pegs because they're too thin. I'm not sure which of these is the actual case here, but this actually ends up giving us no money because bonking a bullseye also gives no money. So if you think about it, this first arrow is going to go off to the right somewhere. Either this one or this one is the furthest bullseye from the top. Once it hits one of these, like let's just say it's this one here, then it's going to shoot another arrow from here over to the furthest bullseye from it, which is over on the left side of the screen, which will then send another arrow over to the right side of the screen, which will then send one over to the left side of the screen. And the reason that this works is because the bow actually has a very quick cooldown of 5 seconds. So you can imagine that as we're jumping around the screen and doing all this stuff, by the time we get back to where we started, some of those bows are already off cooldown, so they can shoot arrows back, and those arrows, when they reach the other side, those bows will be off cooldown. And so we just sort of end up with an infinite combo that makes zero money. So if I've set this up correctly, this should work. Let's take a look. So you may be wondering why some of these arrows sort of like loop around the other way. And we can actually find out if we slow this down. It's actually quite easy to see. I should slow it down a bit more actually to 0.1. What's actually happening is we're not shooting one arrow across the screen. This arrow, whenever it hits a bow, creates a new arrow that goes to this bow's furthest target. But on the way, it hits another bow, which now has its own furthest target. And each bow in turn retargets a potentially new bullseye until eventually we get to a bow where not the bullseye we were pointing at, but another bullseye is the furthest. And so we sort of get this turning around mid-stride action, which is a consequence really of the fact that we made this non-symmetric. So I might put this at 0.5 speed and see if you can follow this happening in real time. Yeah, I see it just happened there. And if you pause and look at the frames, you'll see that that's precisely what happened. Yep, so there, boom, 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 and then you get here. So, just to make sure this thing's actually infinite, I'm going to go ahead and play it at 2x speed for, let's say, the next half hour or hour. And we're back. It's been about half an hour, and this run is still going strong. We've bonked about 12,500 different objects so far, and we have made $0. So I suppose this completely answers the question of what is the least amount of money you can make on an infinite Ballionaire run. And I am happy to call this challenge run complete. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.